both teams going through their pregame rituals, getting loose well before we're underway. It's home to the Alamo and the Spurs, San Antonio, Texas, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the AT&T Center. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? For Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Welcome to NBA basketball. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And one of the guys we'll be seeing in this one, James Harden.
Well, you know, when his team needs a spark, he's often the guy because it seems to take no time for him to get going. Gets a couple shots to fall, and then all of a sudden, bam. I mean, he's rolling.
And another thing about him, Steve, true or not, is that he sees himself as the unquestioned leader of this team. He's not afraid to really get on his teammates if they're not performing up to par.
Taking a look at New York, they make their way to the first of 3 games in the Texas Triangle. Definitely a rough and rugged trip, guys, for any team.
You know, Kevin, some seasons have been lost here traversing this Texas Triangle. Let's see if these guys can come out of here unscathed. It's not easy to do.
No, a lot of times a team is happy to get out of Texas with just 1 win. But if they can get 2 or 3, that would be huge.
We're about 1 minute into the first. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against the Raptors in Toronto.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think, guys, is really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
Now, here is Harden after the miss from Klay Thompson.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide-open look.
You know, guys, Carmelo Anthony last year played pretty much full time at the power forward position, and the results were excellent. I mean, he's got the strength to play inside, and when you look at what he does offensively, it creates a lot of matchup advantages for him and his team.
San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Harden kicks it to West. On the mark with the 15-footer. West has got his first basket.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he could really get rolling.
And you look at Carmelo, do you think, Steve, maybe the success that LeBron had going inside and playing the forward had any influence on Melo playing inside?
I think there's no doubt, Kevin. The league has gone smaller in a lot of ways. A lot of former 3 men are now becoming 4s. The only way to do that, though, is if you have the strength to deal with bigger players, and Melo certainly has that strength.
Another miss by Harden. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, and given how they performed offensively that day, guys, they really had no chance.
Yeah, and the frustration just mounted. You could see it as they continued to come up empty. And by the end, they were really just happy to get out of there and have the game be over.
Anthony kicks to Hardaway. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Hardaway has got his second bucket of the night.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
The pass to West. It's stolen by Anthony. Harden against Hardaway. Here's Diaw. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Boris Diaw from France, really a unique player. I mean, he came into the league, guys, as more of a playmaking small forward. Now he plays at the power forward spot, and he's still much more of a passer than he is a scorer.
And Doris Burke caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. Doris?
A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's Thompson after David West's bucket. Deep 2 from Anthony, drained for 2 points. Anthony's got his first 2 points of the night. And Clark, you mentioned Diaw's skill level. Not the biggest or most athletic guy, but, you know, Steve, he's still effective.
He's really a great basketball player. What I mean by that, just he knows angles, he knows how to use his body to create passes and shots for himself. And defensively, he's very effective, particularly guarding the post because of his strength.
Here's Hardaway after the made shot from Tyson Chandler. Hardaway kicks to Anthony. Here's Thompson, rejected by Harris. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. Thompson with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Thompson with the bucket.
Kevin, he does a great job of moving without the ball, and he gets a lot of good looks because of that movement. And as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve, but his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific. And he's a great three-point shooter, too, especially when he lets it go from one of those corners. He doesn't miss many of those.
And here is Hardaway after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Deep 2 from Anthony. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now, here's Burks. 9-point game his last outing, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. Number 1, the Knicks.
Now, the thing I like is they're getting good shots every time down the floor, and it's due to their unselfishness as a team.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Anthony. 5 to shoot, and again it's New York.
Looks like they're going to have one of those days where they can do no wrong.
Well, they haven't done anything wrong so far. Double-digit lead already.
Hardaway against Paxson. They need this. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of this game. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Both free throws good from Douglas Roberts. New York leading by 8. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Cassell against Paxson. Here's Evans. And again, New York with the triple.
This defense has been way too soft early on. They've got to start playing with some energy.
You know, Steve, do something, anything to throw their shooters out of rhythm is what's got to happen here.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Paxson passes to Burks. Sinks the triple. Burks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Knicks out front, up.
Tune in.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Knicks?
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for San Antonio, we've got Johnson. Paxson is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Green, and it's Biyombo at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You know, the Spurs really have a cohesive culture, and part of that is something that Greg Popovich has been able to do, and that's being able to join guys together that normally might not hang out. For instance, you had Matt Bonner taking Steven Jackson out to a Coldplay concert last season. One way to help guys get to know each other off the court, and it helps them on the court.
The shot's good from Evans.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Spurs trail by 15. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Burks off a pick from Biyombo. Offensive rebound. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Burks with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And he finished it off with a lay-in. Burks has got 5 now. New York leading by 11. And back to Popovich and the Spurs, he really makes a point of getting to know his players and have them get to know one another.
That's right, Kevin. He likes to have his players have a sense of perspective about the world. He wants them to know that there are other things going on besides the NBA. In fact, back in 2012, he had the players watching the presidential debates together.
Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. No one near him. Cassell gets the bucket. Cassell's got 4 this quarter. The Spurs shooting 47%, pretty solid. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And Kevin, in that game we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up way too often.
Yeah, and that did make things really easy, guys. Nice to get a win if you're on that side of it and not to have to work too hard for it.
A different look for New York. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Mike Woodson was giving to his team. He told his players to play less as individuals and more as a unit. As he put it, one-on-one play has not yielded them nearly enough open shots. He also wants his players putting pressure on the defense with early offense, lots of shots, and an aggressive approach in general whenever they've got the ball. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And here is Hardaway. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Hardaway against Lillard. Hardaway kicks to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Out to Hardaway, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. While we've got a moment here, let's now see who the league's top scorers are. Carmelo Anthony, 4th.
And his contribution to this team, can't be understated. His scoring on a night-in, night-out basis has been fantastic.
Anthony with it, guarded by Harris. Elbow jumper, no good from Anthony.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Chandler with a screen for Lillard. Harris outside. Back to Lillard. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. It's Harden with the drive. West misses.
Well, I tell you what, Greg Popovich, a really impressive leader for the Spurs. He's able to keep all of his players locked into what's best for the team. Has a military background, played basketball and studied at the Air Force Academy before serving 5 years in the Air Force. And you know some of the leadership that he brings to his position was learned from his past experiences.
Gets it down to single digits. That's now 8 points for James Harden.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. They gave him a wide open look there.
Hardaway dishes to Thompson. Outside Anthony. Anthony left side. That's good from 17 feet away. Anthony's got 8 points. And Clark, you mentioned Pop's time at the Air Force Academy. That's where he got his start in the coaching ranks.
Yeah, 6 years as an assistant there. He was head coach at Pomona, an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors and the Spurs, and eventually moved into the front office in San Antonio. But wow, what an amazing run it's been for him. 17 years as the head coach of the Spurs.
Here's Thompson after David West's bucket. Hardaway. Nice shot from 10 feet out. He has 7.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Lillard, the pass to Harris. Kicks it to West. 6 feet out, and the shot is good. West has got 4 this quarter. Here's Hardaway. He has 7. 1:03 left now here in the second. Thompson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. They get it again, and Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Garrett's checked in. Pass to Harden. Harden gets a screen from Chandler. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Garrett.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. They're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Swiped it away. An even 3-on-3 break. He feeds it to Chandler. Harden kicks to Harris. He dishes it to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Spurs have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Well, to this point of the season, guys, they're knocking down about 76% of their free throws.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
The Knicks leading by 3. Hardaway with it. He had 19 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto. With 2 seconds left, shot is no good.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points.
And the first half ends in a close one. Nick.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's halftime out in San Antonio with it'll be the Bulls.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we get back to San Antonio, we take a look at the impressive Tower of the Americas.
San Antonio needs to do a better job guarding against Carmelo Anthony.
He's got 8 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
It shows you what an intelligent defender he can be on the ball. He really understands the game.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Anthony. Klay Thompson is out there with Hardaway. Then it's John Henson, and it's Steamsma in at center. Here's Thompson. The rebound by the Spurs. Lillard's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Klay Thompson making NBA money. I'll tell you what, he learned from his father, Michael Thompson, who played a long time in the NBA. And his dad taught him, hey, you better live on a monthly stipend. You got to save your money, son. So good advice from Pops.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Clark.
You know, to go back, there's the cliche of the athlete who doesn't save for retirement. It's got to be a good thing for Klay Thompson to have that restraint, I would think.
And what I like, Kevin, the focus for him is on basketball and getting better. No entourage, no shopping sprees. Everything is pretty low-key and close to the vest. I mean, he's a gym rat, wants to be a great player, not interested in glamour and celebrity. He wants the ball.
I like the fact he lives on a tight budget, and you know, as Steve was talking about, he's got some pretty good genes, pretty good bloodlines,
DNA isn't bad at all with Michael being the dad.
Great job. Take it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
Hardaway hits them both. 90 seconds now into the second half. Lillard outside. West, and Thompson sends it back, and they're able to recover. Harden with it, picked up by Thompson. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by New York. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Anthony. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Anthony's got 10 points.
Well, there's a reason he's one of the top scorers in the league. Melo is so versatile offensively. He gets in that triple threat position, and then it's a kind of a pick-your-poison dilemma for the defender.
Well, he's got a honey-sweet stroke as a jump shooter. He's equally dangerous putting it on the ground or attacking the teeth of the D or going over top of a good defender. We've seen it all the way back at Syracuse. This guy has gotten better with time, and he's one of the elite scorers we've seen in the league in a while. And he also is incredibly adept at running the pick and roll. He almost always makes things happen when he instigates that play.
And they've made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
Spurs trail by 9. San Antonio calls timeout.
And when Melo attacks off the dribble, I think that's when he's really at his best. He's got excellent ball handling skills and footwork for a player of his size. And whether putting the ball in his hands in the pick and rolls or just isoing him in that pinch post area, he is very tough to defend when he gets ahead of steam going.
And for Carmelo, attacking the rim makes a lot of sense. His three-point shot has been streaky over the years, but he looks like he's at least trying, Steve, to diversify his offense.
Well, I think he needs to attack more often. He can settle for threes. Sometimes he has a tendency to do that, but he's so strong and so quick that I think he's best suited when he really attacks the hole and gets to the foul line.
Boris Diaw's checked in for the Knicks. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, Kev. Mike Woodson had some words for his team over that last break. Anthony was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach directly asked him to take the reins and to start to make a bigger impact than he has been to this point, saying the offense isn't the same without him leading it. He also went on to say that he wants to see good movement on the perimeter and plays being run to get their outside shooters open. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Anthony against Paxson. The three from Harden. Offensive rebound. Got a piece of it. Pass to Paxson. West dishes to Chandler. The shot's good on the assist by West. 6 points for Tyson Chandler.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Cassell against Paxson. Cassell, the pass to Carmelo. 6 on the shot clock. There's the bucket. Good. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Harris outside. 1:52 left to play in the third. Rejected by Diaw. Cassell against Chandler. Cassell kicks to Diaw. There's the triple. New York moving it around. Here's Sullinger. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And now an 11-point Knicks lead.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Paxson kicks to Harris. West outside. Back to Harris. Out to West. Harris outside. Chandler, no good. The Knicks leading by 11. Cassell, the pass to Carmelo. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Here is Paxson. Following the score by New York. A different look for New York.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court. Defensive foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Knicks. And he ends up missing both free throws. Now the Knicks with it. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Cassell kicks to Sullinger. Knocked away. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And his free throws are only going in at about a 72% rate this season. Not a terrible number, but something that could definitely improve.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
Here's Cassell. And again, New York with the triple.
Solid work right there, and again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. We've got one team moving crisply to get good shots, and the other team just a bit stagnant.
The Spurs have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Shooting for San Antonio.
He hits both from the stripe. Sullinger passes to Cassell. And a miss there on the triple. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit.
Tune in to
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This was an exceptional pass, guys, and we see the result. It hits him in stride, and bam, the slam dunk.
Here's Lillard. Douglas Roberts is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Chandler. And it's Lillard in at the 1 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Now, here's Lillard. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. And a quick look now at how San Antonio's schedule is shaping up. They host the Clippers after this game. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
Yeah, some good matchups all over the league today, but the one I have my eye on is that L.A. Clippers game.
Here's Hardaway. Out to the right wing. Bellinelli dishes to Hardaway. Turnaround Jay, and again it's New York.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Spurs trail by 16. Burks kicks to Lillard. Shoots the 3, and he gets it to go.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Lillard against Hardaway. And there's the feed to Bellinelli. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Douglas Roberts with the ball. Evans picks him up. Here's Burks. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
There's the screen. Hardaway passes to Bellinelli. Hardaway against Lillard. 6 to shoot. Hardaway, no good. San Antonio's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Here's what the schedule says for the New York Knicks and what it looks like. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one for the Knicks. Anthony comes in for Maurice Evans. And it's Klay Thompson in for Bellinelli. And so here is New York. And here is Hardaway.
Oh, man, what a play. Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clarkie's going to start putting on a show now.
Well, that's usually how it goes, fellas. I mean, once they're in front, that's when they really let him loose.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. San Antonio calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his points.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Ball's knocked loose. There's West. The 15-footer, good.
Well, they left it until the 4th quarter, but finally got the run they needed to make this game close again.
And now they've got some serious momentum on their side as we head down the stretch.
Now here is Hardaway. To the wing on the left. Thompson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Outside Anthony. Anthony right side. It's the difficult fadeaway jumper. And the Knicks lead by 10.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway jumper, but he gets it to go.
Harris kicks to Chandler. Spurs passing it around. Harden dishes to West. Back to Harden. And it's San Antonio with another.
Things are really tightening up now, guys. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Not sure where it was before, but better late than never.
Now here is Hardaway. There's the dish to Anthony. But they get it back. Henson the pass to Hardaway. And Thompson kicks to Hardaway. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. That drops. Hardaway has got 10 points in just the second half.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
That's been so critical, Clark, because whenever they have gotten the ball into the paint, it's resulted in points, it seems like.
That's an example there, guys, of contesting the shot and corralling the board. That's really all you can ask of a guy at that end of the floor.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul.
What a great play to sacrifice his body and take the hit.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're down by 10. 1:56 left here in the fourth quarter. Boris Diaz checked in for New York. Jared Sullinger comes in for John Henson. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He told his players not to spend so much time trying to find the perfect shot. He said, listen, there are no bad shots. Take them when you've got them. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Hardaway.
Oh, hammer time! Wow. Hammer time!
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Hardaway. He has 20 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
Yeah, it is a nice number. He's taken it upon himself to really find his teammates and to get this offense going.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And he gets it to go. And the Knicks lead by 12.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
And the basket by Harris.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
And Lillard kicks to Harris. Here's Chandler. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
I tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
Lillard dishes to West. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
He's coming up big right now for this team in the fourth quarter. He's now 5 for 6 shooting.
San Antonio's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. And it's slammed in by Diaw.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
He's clobbered, and he'll get 3 shots at the line. That one on Thompson. He makes the first of 3, and that brings them within 8. He makes the second free throw, and that narrows the gap to 7. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that trims the lead to 6.
Well, a good game tonight for Harden. 13 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open. They are not letting up, guys. They just keep coming at him.
And I'd say that lead is too big to overcome at this point.
Chandler, it's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
He loves running the pick and roll as the screener, and he's very good at it. Next time you see it, just watch how quickly he pops off that screen and cuts inside.
He's got a great move to the basket and can also finish through contact if he needs to. And we can't forget to mention his rebounding now. When you watch him, just keep an eye on the way he battles in the paint when a shot goes up.
No luck that time either. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
No room for mistakes right now.
It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Those are big free throws, guys, because now it becomes a 2-possession game.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're behind by 5. 20 seconds left in the fourth. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw, and an intentional foul right there. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's off as well, so he misses both. And here we go with James Harden. He kicks to Harris. Harden the pass to Harris. Off the left rim and out.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
So it's New York picking up the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were all